A deep dive into retirement savings. Saving for retirement is one of the quintessential strategies in personal finance. 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck now. What will they do when they retire and aren't drawing a salary anymore? In previous decades, many people could rely on a pension plan from the company they worked for or Social Security benefits. However, pension plans became very expensive for companies and most of them have stopped offering pensions. Regarding Social Security, the large number of baby boomers has put a larger draw against the Social Security budget than originally expected, and the fund is rapidly being drawn down and not replenished fast enough. There have not been major legislative changes to Social Security for decades. On the current trajectory, the Social Security fund will run out of money in 2034. This won't end Social Security benefits, but it will reduce them. Absent major legislative changes to increase funding, retirees will likely only receive 78% of their full benefits. Thus, more and more people are being forced to take the ball into their own hands and save for retirement on their own so they have financial coverage. In short, we can't rely on benefits from somewhere to keep us going after we leave the workforce. We need to have our own money that no one can take away so we can survive retirement. In this video, we'll do a deep dive into the various ways to save for retirement and provide a playbook for how to maximize this. Before we begin, please like this video and hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on so you will be the first to know about today's video. So the big question is, how do we invest for retirement? What is the best way to do that? At some level, any type of investment account could theoretically do the trick. However, the government has provided tax incentives to encourage people to save for retirement. Thus, they are offering us investment vehicles for us to save for retirement and get tax benefits to do so. Let's take a look at the different types of retirement plans that are out there. We'll start with employer-sponsored retirement plans. These are applicable to most people who work for companies or other organizations that offer such plans. The main two plans in this category are 401k and 403b. Those strange names are based on the IRS tax code sections that grant the provisions. The main difference between 401k and 403b are the types of the employer who offer them. 401k are sponsored by for-profit companies, while 403b's are for nonprofits and some government agencies such as schools. So what exactly is a 401k or 403b? This is simply a designation for tax purposes that is placed on an investment account. Typically, you can invest in mutual funds, stocks, bonds, or other securities with a 401k account. 403b's might be limited to just mutual funds or annuities. So just like you could buy a mutual fund with a financial services company like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab, you could have a 401k classification of a mutual fund with the financial services company that administers your employer's retirement plan. Typically, you get to choose within a range of options the specific funds for your retirement plan to invest in. Here are some key points that are applicable to both types of plans. Pre-tax dollars. Individuals can contribute pre-tax dollars to their retirement savings. This means that your taxable income is reduced by the amount that you contribute, which lowers your tax bill. Growth is tax deferred. These plans will grow without the need to pay taxes on them until you withdraw the funds in retirement. You would then pay taxes on withdrawals as ordinary income at that time. Contribution limits. For 2022, the contribution limits for both plans are $20,500 per year or $27,000 if you are age 50 or older. Additionally, your contribution cannot exceed 100% of your compensation. If there is an employer match, you are limited to total contributions between employer and employee to $61,000 per year or $67,500 for those over the 50s. You must wait until you are 59 and a half to withdraw the money without a penalty. Early withdrawal results in a 10% fee in addition to paying federal and state income taxes on the money. You must begin withdrawing the money by age 72. One common feature of employer-sponsored retirement plans is that many employers offer some sort of matching program. This means that as you contribute money to the account, the employer will match some or all of the money, typically up to a certain contribution amount. For example, They might match dollar for dollar up to 6% of your income or match 75% up to 4% of your income. Not all employers offer this, so it is important to check with your employer to understand any matching contributions and limits. Pro tip: it goes without saying that if your employer matches some retirement contribution, you should maximize that as much as you can possibly afford. It is free money for you. All you have to do is contribute your own income. For example, if you make $100,000 a year and you contribute 6% of your income to your 401k, then you will have contributed $6,000 by the end of the year. If your employer offers a $1 match up to 6%, then you would get $6,000 for free from your employer in an account that you can't touch, without paying a penalty, until you are 59.5 years old. Economically, this is the best deal you will likely get. If you leave your employer, you will lose the ability to contribute to your 401k or 403b plan. However, the money is not lost and is portable with you where you go. Most people typically do an IRA rollover. This means that you would reclassify the 401k account into an IRA account with a financial services company. You might be able to do that with the company that manages your previous employer's benefit plan, or you could roll it over to a different financial services company that you work with in order to keep your accounts together. We will cover IRAs in a few minutes. There are some pros and cons to these retirement plans. Pros: easy option if you are an employee. Some companies establish default contributions for you that invest automatically unless you change the amount. Employer matching contributions in some cases. High contribution limits than other retirement accounts. Cons: limited investment options. Although you get some choice, you typically are selecting from a handful of pre-determined options depending on your investment objective. Some employer plans might force you to stay as an employee for a period of time, a vesting period, before you can fully own your employer matching contributions. The rest of the retirement plan options are open to anyone, pending certain income limits. The first of these is a traditional individual retirement arrangement, or IRA. As the name implies, traditional IRAs are tax-favored plans that are available to most individuals. They find and manage the account themselves with a variety of financial services companies. Almost anyone with some amount of taxable income can contribute to a traditional IRA, so this is a great option if you don't have access to an employer account. Traditional IRAs are similar to employer-sponsored retirement accounts in their tax treatment. Contributions reduce your taxable income, and the money grows tax-free until you withdraw it. Furthermore, there are similar age restrictions for contributions and withdrawals. The main differences are in the contribution limits, which are much lower for traditional IRAs. Contribution limits are $6,000 per year in 2022 or $7,000 per year if you are 50 or older. On the other hand, the options available for IRAs is much broader, as you can work with any financial services company that you choose, and in general, the selection of investment options, including stocks and mutual funds, is much broader. There are no income limits for contributing to a traditional IRA. However, there are income limits for tax-deductible contributions. See a tax specialist for more information. Pros and cons of a traditional IRA. Pros: available to anyone with taxable income. Many more options for investment choices than employer-sponsored programs. Cons: lower contribution limits than employer programs. A second type of IRA available is called a Roth IRA. This is named after the sponsor of the bill that was passed by Congress in 1998. The Roth IRA has the opposite tax treatment compared with the traditional IRA. With the traditional IRA, as mentioned above, you pay no income taxes on contributions, called pre-tax dollars, and the money grows tax-deferred. You then pay taxes on the money when it is withdrawn in retirement. The Roth IRA is exactly the opposite. You pay taxes on the money that you contribute, called after-tax dollars, but the money grows tax-free. Every dollar that is withdrawn in retirement goes into your pocket. The contribution limits for Roth IRAs is identical to traditional IRAs, $6,000 per year or $7,000 if you are 50 or older. One additional difference is that you don't have to withdraw your money at age 72 as you do with a traditional IRA. The biggest factor is based on your best guess about what tax bracket you will fall into at retirement. Since the Roth IRA grows tax-free, you don't pay taxes when you withdraw the money. Thus, this is best for people who think they will be in a higher tax bracket at retirement when you will start making withdrawals. For a traditional IRA, since you pay taxes upon withdrawals, this is best suited for someone who expects to be in a lower tax bracket in retirement. These 4 types of retirement accounts: 401k, 403b, traditional IRA, and Roth IRAs form the bulk of the relevant retirement options for people. There are a few additional retirement account options available for business owners such as SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, and solo 401k. If you want us to make a video on these options in the future, let us know and we can cover that separately. A note on the way out from us at the Personal Finance and Investing channel: saving for retirement is absolutely critical. We are pretty confident that most people will not have sufficient benefits coming their way in retirement in the future from either pensions or Social Security. If you will have these benefits, good for you. We applaud you. However, most Americans won't fall into this category, and thus we need to take it upon ourselves to fund our own retirement. We suggest starting with an employer-sponsored retirement account, given that they are easy to implement and often come with free money in the form of matching contributions. Then you should invest any remaining money you have available into either a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, depending on the expectations of your future tax bracket. Remember that these investments carry hefty penalties for withdrawals before 59.5, so you need to ensure that you can live until then on other funds without needing retirement money. If you will need money in the short term, these options are not good for you. But for those who can afford to think longer term until retirement, we suggest you go hard and make large retirement contributions right away. Future you will thank the present for the discipline you had in investing and saving for the future. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Also, let us know if you have specific topics or questions you want us to address in future videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can help achieve our mission of empowering people to achieve financial independence. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.